So every now and again, something, in this case, my son brought this to my attention. He ordered one, and I don't know, I kind of thought this might be like a novelty or maybe even a joke, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Micro-Roni by CAA. So, greetings, YouTube, Lock and Load Ninjas, interwebs at large. This is the Micro-Roni by CAA, and no, this is not new. This is I believe this is Generation 4. The Roni, of course, is not new. I have no experience with them besides what I just found out about this. I will say this. I thought it was going to be a joke until I shot it, and now I've ordered one for of my own because this is my son's. This is my son Todd's. Why would you need something like this? The only reason to add a platform like this, okay, because this is not turning it into a car. This is not going to change the pressure. This is not going to change the longer range accuracy. This is primarily a stabilizer. This is, it's going to give you 2 more points of contact. You're going to have your shoulder, and you're going to have your face. You're going to have a cheek mount. Okay. Now, having said that, the way this is set up, you are lining up perfectly with the sights when you get down there. That was it was a shocker, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's because of this angle or whatever it is. I find this to be very well thought out. It is polymer for the most part, but I mean, for somebody that's looking for, this is the Micro-Roni, so it's in the pistol configuration. So with no magazines in it, that's how big it becomes. You could put this into a backpack quite easily, and if you got the right magazine and it's already loaded, it can go into operation that quick. I know this has been through various evolutions, but look at this thing. It has a single point QD right here, so you can attach a single point sling. Probably don't need a very long one. The charger. This thing is, it doesn't miss a beat. I had no problems with ejection at all. As far as putting it in a backpack and having it with a magazine and already around inserted, it has this little trigger guard protector, which there is gaps and space to get to it, but not enough to pull the trigger accidentally. Right here, because it has a magazine holder. Right here, the little retainer cut lines up perfectly with the magazine as it's going in. Some of these have little buttons to release. I have found that if you take and stick your thumb and just push down on it, you're now you're in play then. You have Picatinny here and here. Picatinny here. I'm not going to pull this apart, mainly because I don't know how. And like I said, this is my son's. I'm going to put my Glock 4th Gen in it. And I'm going to do it primarily because what I'm looking for is something I can stick into a bag if I have to. If I'm going to be out and about, this is in and of itself still a pistol accessory, I think, as it is classified. The thing I like about this is if this were to break, you still have a whole pistol in there that you pull out, and you're still gunning. Shooting characteristics were surprising. As you look at it, you can see, especially when I'm shooting steel. Even my friend Mark Trippy liked shooting it. It was it was quite an interesting thing to shoot. So interesting, in fact, that, you know, like I said, I ordered one. This is where your proprietary flashlight would go. They do sell the flashlight to go into that. It's pretty nice. They even have a line of optics that goes on top of these things. The website is caagearup.com. A very interesting company. Very interesting little setup. The Micro Gen 4 Roni. If you're looking for something to... And why, you know, the other reason... Okay, so you're going to stabilize the gun, right? You're going to stabilize the gun. That's going to happen. The other reason to do something like this would be in... I mean, let's face it. We live in turbulent times. And in the event of one of these things occurring, like the other day in Austin, with what happened in Austin, Texas, a military service member that was driving a rideshare car, his part-time job, all of a sudden while he's out there doing that, he's surrounded on all sides by Antifa or Black Lives Matter, I can't remember. And one of the members, of course, is pointing an AK-47 at him. Now, he managed to do what he had to do, and he got out of the crowd, and then he called the police, which is exactly what he should have done. But he was able to get out of there because he was prepared for that. I kind of think if you were to produce this and be doing this, this gives an illusion of more than a handgun. I don't know what that would do for your average combatant that is acting irrationally and wants to burn everything down just 'cause. I don't know how far that would go. But I'm just looking for every little edge I can have in order to keep from having to engage somebody with lethal force. That's just all there is to it. And if I do have to engage somebody with lethal force, you know, I've already got magazines. I've got 2 magazines. I'll have 2 magazines on this, and I'll probably have some more in whatever I'm carrying. But it'll be sort of a little mini loadout. But I think this is a splendid idea. For what it is a pretty good idea. It's not that expensive. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for one, you might want to check out a website called YRS Inc. Check that one out. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. I just found this to be really innovative, and I was, like I said, I thought it was going to be a joke. I was shocked, pleasantly so. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, if you would consider maybe doing a couple things, maybe subscribe to the channel. That would be really nice. Maybe give me a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Let you know when that's coming up. And we're about to get into some training scenarios that we're going to film and see how well that goes. But yeah, I'm glad I'm out of my bubble. I was sort of in I wouldn't consider this, I wouldn't consider that bubble. I'm out of that now. I'm having a little fun with it. So anyway, thanks for your time, and I am out of here.